Hello everyone. So, with the release of Jurassic World Rebirth, I thought it would be fun to go back to the first Jurassic World movie. Spoiler warning. So, we are going to look in particular at the scene where the Indominus Rex gets out, and we are going to rewrite the scene because it's pretty stupid how this dinosaur escapes. First, let's go over what happens in the scene to see how the Indominus escapes. So, Claire brings Owen Grady, raptor specialist, to the Indominus Rex cage at the insistence of Mr. Mizrani so he can evaluate the cage and see if everything is good before this dinosaur is announced to the public. The dinosaur is nowhere in sight, so Claire taps on the glass like an immature, irritated parent at a zoo or aquarium.
No!
They then scan, but there's no thermal signature detected. Then Owen sees the claw marks on the wall, and Claire leaves to go to the control room to activate the Indominus Rex tracking implant. While she is on the phone, this happens.
Gee, main character and a fat guy are walking into a scene. I wonder what will happen.
I wonder which one will get
It's like
out.
the beginning of a bad joke.
Why would you go inside?
Well, because it's gone, hero, clearly.
Why would you leave? Why would you have the door closed behind you?
Why would you just? Well, I don't know why you'd go in.
Why are you going in there?
Don't do that. Don't. Oh no, the dinosaur set a trap.
Hyperintelligence.
For some reason, Owen, the raptor whisperer, cliché fat security guard, and minimal wage construction worker go into the Indominus Rex paddock to get a closer look at the claw marks on the wall. Why? Don't know. You can clearly see the marks from the window, and if they really thought the dinosaur had gotten out, then Owen should be looking for sign outside the cage, not going to look at the wall that will give him no answers. Because, to the surprise of no one, the dinosaur is still in the cage. When the tracker reveals the Indominus is still in the paddock, the control room tries to call the humans in the cage to warn them, but the reception is staticky, so they can't really understand her. Which is fine because the Indominus chooses that moment to reveal herself, eating underpaid construction worker right off the bat. Fat security guard who skipped leg day realizes the dinosaur is between them and the door they used to enter the paddock, so he runs to the control pad for the big door of the paddock and opens it. With Owen hot on his heels and the Indominus Rex quickly chasing them, the control room closes the door, but not fast enough. The Indominus busts through the opening like Kool-Aid Man and is free to wreak havoc on the park. Now, this escape hinges on several things. The Indominus Rex being really smart, so that it not only knows how the infrared scanner works, but also knows how to hide from it, the tracker being unable to be activated from the security room in the paddock, some humans going into the paddock, and at least one of those humans opening the main door, the Indominus can get out. There are just too many variables for the Indominus to know of and plan for to make its escape. Also, throughout the movie, the Indominus switches back and forth from being a really smart dinosaur laying in ambush to just going around on a rampage, killing everything in sight because it doesn't understand its place in the food chain. So, we are going to rewrite the Indominus Rex escape scene by taking away the Indominus' intelligence, because that's a bit goofy, and make her a mindless killing machine that's just going around killing everything that moves, barely eating any of its kills. For this escape, we're going to have Hoskins as the reason the Indominus Rex gets out. Hoskins is going to drop the stupid,
"We know that the military needs to reduce casualties. Nature gave us the most effective killing machines 75 million years ago. These guys are gonna run straight into the enemy's teeth and eat them, belt buckle and all."
Instead, he is going to be in charge of security on the island, while also working for a rival company of the Mizrani Park. Remember the rival company in the first Jurassic Park that never really went anywhere in the following movies until Dominion? Well, Hoskins here is secretly working for that company, and has been doing low-key sabotages around the park, such as letting certain dinosaurs wander out of their paddocks into areas where they shouldn't be, causing some chaos at the raptor pens, and trying to use each incident to get Mizrani to give him more access in the control room under the guise of being able to better maintain security. Mizrani brings Claire and Hoskins to the Indominus Rex paddock, having gotten disturbing reports of their latest dinosaur, and wanting to have Hoskins inspect the security measures to make sure everything's ready for the dinosaur to reveal to the public. Hoskins, seeing the perfect opportunity to make the park fail, messes with the controls when others aren't looking and releases the Indominus Rex. The dinosaur, isolated and gene-spliced to the point of madness, goes on a killing spree. No finesse, no crafty ambushes, just outright being destructive and killing everything that moves. The closest containment team is armed with non-lethals as they were moving herbivores Hoskins had released earlier back to their designated paddock, and the team is the first to respawn when the Indominus is reported to have escaped. Now, here's why I think this escape works better than the one in the movie. It takes away the dinosaur being super smart and able to know of things it couldn't possibly know of or plan for, and it would be a nod to the original Jurassic Park where a human was responsible for the park's security failing. The non-lethal team, being the first respawn, because they're already in the field, can show up before the dinosaur kills anyone, which makes more sense than in the movie, for when the non-lethal team went in, the Indominus had already killed 2 people, but Claire's and Miss Ronnie's priorities were on how expensive the dinosaur cost to make and keeping the park open. It would also up the suspense as this insane dinosaur just goes on a rampage across the island. No camouflage, no communicating with the raptors to turn them evil. Just a straight up horror movie as a dinosaur that is more monster than animal battles against Rexy in the end. You can build off this idea with Dr. Wu deliberately pushing the boundaries of experimenting on dinosaur DNA to see what other creatures he can make, and Mr. Masrani firing him when he finds out exactly what Wu has been up to. Upon the fall of the park, Hoskins offers Wu a unique opportunity to continue his work under a more understanding employer. You would then have a more connected trilogy, dropping the stupid dinosaurs in the military storyline and going fully with the rival company wanting to make their own kind of dinosaur hybrids to make a more unique park or whatever else they want to try to stand out from Hammond and Masrani. It would even be understandable that Wu, in his experiments, started wondering about combining dinosaur DNA with human DNA, going full mad scientist and wanting to perfect the human species by changing it. Or there are other ways I'm sure you could go with it that would be a massive improvement than the destroying movies we got and whatever Dominion was supposed to be. I've seen Rebirth at this point, and Dominion still holds the place as the worst film in the franchise because of mutated locusts. Anyway, that's all I have for now. See you in the comments below, and may you all find a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Farewell.
Hey, I got an idea. Let's go in there unarmed and look for it.
They would never do anything like that, Dan. That's silly.
No, that would never happen. Never.